I'm Cecilia, I live in Zurich and I love train travel, and I'm trying to visit all 1,720 public transport train stations in Switzerland. I decided to go for a cycle ride around a lake that I'd changed trains at the day before and visit a few train stations on the way. Good morning. I went hiking yesterday and the area was really nice, so I'm gonna go cycling in a similar area today. Got everything packed and I need to go to the train station now. I'm on train number 1 of the day, so that's from Zurich to Luzern, and then I'm taking the train from Luzern to Sarnen. So this is pretty much the route that I did yesterday, only yesterday I went further. And so the train to Luzern is going to take 50 minutes, and then Luzern to Sarnen is going to take 26 minutes. I do have how long do I have? 17 minutes, I think, in Luzern. So hopefully enough time to go have a look at the lake again. I literally just do that every time that I have a few minutes there and don't have anything else to do. And I brought breakfast today, so very, very late breakfast actually. But that means I don't have to get any food while in Luzern. And we're leaving. In terms of what I'm going to do when I get to Sarnen, I'm going to cycle sort of around the lake. I actually need to map it out on my app so that I can have the route in front of me. I haven't really done much cycling in Switzerland other than in Zurich and then on a couple of sort of specific cycling days when they closed roads for cyclists. So this will be interesting. Hopefully it's nice, but on the plus side, I'm not going somewhere remote or anything like that, so if it's rubbish, I'm just going to get off the bike and walk to the nearest train station probably, but hopefully it's good. So yeah, I'm gonna look out the window now. On the second train, I didn't have time to go to the lake because I realised that I needed a new SD card, so I just went to the shop instead. And now I'm going to Sarnen, same route as yesterday. I feel like there's even less snow on the than yesterday, but that's probably just me imagining it. I don't think it's a visible amount by which it would have changed. And I've mapped out my route, so I'm all set. 30 kilometres. Which is quite a lot for me. Well, I look ridiculous, especially with the little camera on the helmet, but like I'm in the middle of nowhere. I don't think anyone will care. And I've got my little stripes on. They're like super cheap, but I really, really hate wearing actual high-vis jackets. So this was like my compromise. It's still quite visible. Yeah, so I'll get going. According to my map, it's going to take 3 hours. There's just absolutely no way it'll only take me 3 hours because I cycle really slowly. I'm really scared of crashing into something, so I just go really slowly. But yeah, so weather's great. Looking forward to this. 3.7 kilometers in, and this is Zachzone. So I'm basically just a little way along the lake at the moment. It's been so nice. Like, I was a bit concerned, but the views are so great. I'm really enjoying it. So heading back to the road where the official cycle path is, and I'll keep going. Yeah, really good so far. 5 kilometers in, I'm just on the outskirts of Zachzone, and I mean, lovely views. It's getting quite warm because the sun's suddenly out, so we'll see. I've got layers. I have like my puffer jacket's already in my bag, has been since the train. Oh man, I need to try and open this, but yeah, carrying on. Okay, so I am just over 6 kilometers in, I think. Yes, 6.3, and I'm sort of right next to the platform here, but I need to work out how to get onto the platform in a second because there's a little fence. But this place is called Maxon, which kind of like seems like evil Maxon, which probably isn't what they're going for. Maxon seems to be a company. I had never heard of them, but they seem to be based here. Like, there are like 3 quite big buildings, and there's not much else going on around here, so I assume they built the train station to serve mainly like these offices / factory. Like, there are things in there that look like a factory as well, but I don't know. So yeah, apparently they make motors. Gonna try and get to the actual little station. Like, it's right there. Can you see that? It's right there, but there's a little fence in the middle, so I need to work out how to get there. And I'll take my usual selfie and then continue. The views are great. You can see the mountains really clearly. It's beautiful. Just over 10 kilometers in. I'm at a train station called Gisvu. This is a proper little town, like there are more than 3 buildings, and it's just past the end of the lake. So I kind of went along one whole side of the lake now, and I more or less came here because of the train station, and I'm going to continue this little detour for a minute and then back to the lake, and then I'm going to go up the other side of the lake. But this is so nice. It's quite sunny now. I'm enjoying this day very much. I'm a little over 16 kilometers in now, and I was chatting to my friend on the phone for a few minutes, so didn't stop at 15 kilometers. But this is actually so nice. I'm in a little village now, I forget the name, but some people here have seriously amazing views from their houses and gardens. I'm sort of like, I don't know, maybe like 15 meters away from the actual lake. So there are some houses on the right, and then they've got their garden and then the view, and then on the left as well, like they just have this direct view of the lake. It's really nice. Like, this isn't very well connected. I don't think there's a train station in this village. There are buses, but I mean, if you don't have to commute anywhere for work and you really want to be outdoors, this is probably an amazing place to live. So yeah, really enjoying the views. Okay, on we go. So I cycled for another couple of seconds, and then I spotted these two benches with a beautiful view of the lake. So, I think you can go swimming here. It says there's a loo over there. There are some stairs right to the lake. That's very nice. Not the weather for it, and I haven't brought swimming clothes. But so nice. It's such a nice view. So I think I'm going to have the rest of my yogurt and fruit and take my break. I was going to take one about halfway, so I was slightly keeping a lookout for somewhere with a nice view, but this is so good. Like proper benches and everything. Kilometers in, and I just arrived back in Sarnen. Literally, like the sign saying Sarnen is just over there, and so that's like where I got off the train, and I'm just about where the lake ends, or like where I started earlier. So now I'm gonna go carry on basically in the direction I've been going for a little bit and go to Sarnen Nord. Somehow this really small town has two different train stations, but apparently it is also the capital of this canton. And then I'm going to head further up north a little bit to, what the hell are these called? Alpnachstad, I think. Yes, Alpnachstad. And then I'm finishing at Alpnachstad. So that's the plan. Another 10 kilometers to go. I hadn't really made the connection before I just arrived here, but I'm in the little town square that I saw yesterday, which I really like. It is really like a very good one. Kilometers in, and I'm just at Sarnen Nord, and then now I'm going to head to the next town. Nearly 25 kilometers in, I'm like 200 meters off, and I just stopped to have some water. There's a house here and there's like a tiny drive, so it was a good place to stop. And I think I'm about to go into another little village. Honestly, this bit has not been as enjoyable for obvious reasons. It's just really busy, but it's okay. It's like obviously quite well maintained and stuff, so no complaints really, but just not as nice as the rest of the way. Very happy there was that whole section just after I stopped last time where you were allowed to cycle on the pavement, so not in the same place as cars, and there were only a couple of pedestrians. So I'm at Alpnachstad and one more train station to go, and then I will get on the train. No idea when the next train actually is, but the amazing thing about being in fairly well connected areas is I really don't have to check. There will be one for quite a while, for several hours still. So, love this. Okay, yeah, I don't know if I said, but I'm about 28 kilometers in now, so shouldn't be too much longer now. All done with the cycling today, and it was how many kilometers? Literally just under 30, 29.7 according to this app anyway. I'll need to check on my watch in a minute as well. And I'm where the Pilatusbahn goes up to Pilatus, which is this mountain. Honestly wouldn't have recognized it other than I know that is Stenzerhorn back there, that mountain. And I know they face each other across a little side part of Lake Luzern, which is just on the other side of this train station. So I have like 20 something minutes to wait. So I think I'm going to go down there where it says boats and see if there's a bench near the lake. Basically 17 minutes on this train. Okay, just managed to catch my finger in the Brompton, which I've never done before, and it's definitely my fault, but yeah, that was unpleasant and I hope did not do any lasting damage. Anyway, I've got 23 minutes between trains, so I'm going to the lake as per usual. I've had this for years now and I've never managed to anyway, quite annoyed at myself for that. Apart from that, the weather's all right. It's a bit chilly, but it's still bright and it's not raining, so all good. few minutes back to Zurich. Okay, like the finger was really hurting, so I went to this walk-in place at the train station and they checked a few things and it's not broken, it's just like, yeah, I just squished the stupid finger quite a bit. So they gave me some cream to put on there and I can go home. And it's now quite a lot later, but I'm glad I went to check it out, because whenever I injured myself in some way and it doesn't actually get better, I always worry so much, so I'd rather just get this out of the way now. So 2.5 hours, but still worth going. And yeah, she said like if it's not better in 3 days I need to go back, but hopefully it will be. Right, heading home, and I'm gonna have some very late dinner at this rate again. I need to unpack because this rucksack doesn't live in the flat, it lives downstairs in the basement, and I need to do laundry actually as well, so a few things to do before I get to have dinner. It's pretty late now, to be honest. I haven't got as much done in terms of editing as I would have liked, so maybe tomorrow's a good day to catch up, because I'm meeting a friend for coffee and a croissant at like 11. And so like I haven't really worked out what to do with the afternoon anyway, so maybe I'll just get some editing done and try and get into like catching up with what's going on in terms of editing. I'm really bad at that. Anyway, I'm gonna have some tea in my snowdrops mug, and tomorrow's meant to be quite a nice day, so looking forward to supposedly some sunshine. I'll see you next time. Bye.